Okay, so I've had more than a few people ask me to make a video about this car. It's a 1973 Datsun 240Z, and it is what I would call a survivor. It's never been restored or anything like that. Very original car, and 48 years old. So one thing I want to show here is this thing just starts right up. It runs that well, so let's go ahead and walk over. And again, I'm going to try to do this all in one take. I'm going to keep this simple. Interior's in pretty good shape overall, not too shabby. So let's go ahead and we'll just quickly prove that it's nice and cold. And there it is, L24 goodness. Nice and cool to the touch. As far as atmospheric conditions, it's about 90 degrees today. And if I can get my hand down there on the header, oh, there we go. Nice and cool. Again, has not been started recently. It is Wednesday, and the last time it was driven was on Sunday. So it's been a few days. Worth noting while we're in here, it's a factory AC car, but it's not hooked up, and to my knowledge, it's not operational. Blower motor doesn't work, but all the stuff that you need to drive it does work. As far as the metal goes in here, battery tray, it's all intact. Battery's brand new. And then underneath the master cylinder, that's all intact there. It is a 5-speed swap, and it drives very well. When I brought it up here from Richfield, Utah to where I am here in the Salt Lake area, it's about a 2-hour drive, about roughly 150 miles, give or take. And this thing did not miss a beat. In fact, I had a really good time driving this thing, so let's go ahead and start it up. Now, if your carburetors are where they should be, you should be able to just bump this thing over and it'll start. So going into the on position, you hear the fuel pump, give that just a second. Okay, out of gear. I'm not even touching the gas. There it is. And it'll just sit there and idle and just be totally happy. Get a good idea of where the dash is at. It's cracked because of course it is. Every one of these damn things is cracked. It's got this great red interior. I love this. Most of the cars that I've encountered, they're going to either have like white or black, and I really like the mix. Like, I've really come to enjoy it. Again, fan not operational, radio not operational. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's not something I'm really too terribly worried about. Again, factory AC car, but I mean, it's very, very complete. Like, everything is here, and that's what you want. Speakers here from the 80s or the 90s. They might work, I don't know. There's no rust here. It's all good. You can pull this up to a degree without disturbing these speakers and whatnot, but all the metal is here, along with a spare tire. It's not rotted. I was able to find a little bit of rot not going to do it on camera because it's very tricky to do, but there's some rot in here, like very front. It's not horrible, or you can see a little bit of daylight, but that's really about it. That floorboard over there is solid. And then we've got this here, but all this metal is here, and it's fine. This is usually all along here, gone, toast. Not on this guy. Windshield, I think, has been replaced at some point. We have the trim, it's just not installed. But there's no rust around the windshield. And the 0.4 just chugging away. Happy as could be. Even the valves are quiet. Very, very straight car. All the body lines are where they need to be. Because the thing is, with the sheet metal on these cars, I mean, you can literally lean on that fender and dent it. You lean on it the wrong place. This is still here, the flap, which you never see. It's always gone, because of course. A little bit of damage right here, nothing that can't be fixed. So effectively what we have is a survivor, and it's a driver. It's a car that you can drive right now, driving home. No big deal, it'll get you there. I had no issues with it on the highway doing 80 miles an hour. It was perfectly happy to do what I asked it to do. So we're asking $15,000 for it, and for a car that is this rare and in this kind of condition, they're not getting any more plentiful, guys. And sports cars are getting far, far, far away from what this is. And that's really unfortunate. But you know, maybe I'll get around to making a driving video. So we can talk a little bit more about it, but